Well, Via Sistina will be very hard to beat in today's Queen Elizabeth, but we cannot discount a number of other chances. It's a great field, this one.
Of course, including the William Haggas trained Dubai Honour. Williams assistant trainer Issy Paul joins us now. Good morning, Issy. How are you and how's the big guy?
Good morning, guys. Thank you very much for having me. Yeah, we're all good here. I always get a bit nervous, but Dubai is in great form. Very happy with him and where he's at and how he's come out of the Tancred.
So let's talk about how he is. I saw you out with him track work this week as well. You're a woman who can do it all, but how did he pull up after that Tancred, and what have you made of the draw for today's race as well?
Look, the draw is not probably ideal, but at least, you know, we're not going to get kind of blocked in on the rail or anything stupid like that. And it gives Tom a little bit of leeway to do what he wants, whether that be kind of drop him in or slide up forward and make sure that it's a good pace. But no, he came out of the Tancred really well. He's just a horse that seems to kind of thrive off travelling and racing. And he was pretty cheeky when you guys were out here on Wednesday morning ducking out at the cameras, which for a 7-year-old gelding who's been to Hong Kong 4 times is pretty naughty, but it's usually a marker that he's in good form. So no, I'm happy with where he's at.
When you were on the phone walking the horse, were you talking to William?
Yeah.
He would have been very happy. I had the opportunity to talk to him up in Hong Kong a couple of weeks ago. You, him and the team, there's something about the Sydney Autumn, isn't there? It just suits.
Yeah, no, it all seems to work quite well, and I think we were very lucky to have Harry Eustace sort of trailblaze it, and he obviously did a phenomenal job the first year he was down here, and all the team at home just do an amazing job kind of getting them here, and it really takes a village to ensure that it all runs smoothly. But we seem to have it pretty much down to a T now, and hoping we can maybe get the job done again today.
Let's have a look at him in track work this week as well. Like you said, he does seem to thrive off travelling. I think this horse has more frequent flyers than the average Joe, that's for sure. Hong Kong, UK, France, Germany, Australia.
Yeah, he absolutely loves it, and I think he particularly loves it down here. He just always seems to perform, and he gets down here, and like we take bloods off them quite regularly, and his bloods always come back absolutely perfect, and his weight is always pretty stable down here, and everything like that. So he really seems to love Sydney in the autumn.
And he's a 7-year-old gelding, so he's still got a few good years left in him.
Yeah, I'd like to think so, and you know, sometimes as they get a bit older, they can get a bit sour and a bit harder to train, and maybe a little bit ungenuine, but he's just not a horse that's ever done that, and he'd run through a brick wall for you, which is amazing. And I've not seen him run a race in the last sort of probably 18 months where he's not tried his heart out, which is really nice to see.
We've mentioned it all throughout the morning that Mr Haggas has broken Aussie hearts in this race on 3 previous occasions. Dubai Honour obviously winning the Queen Elizabeth in 2023, Dave winning it as well. What is it about this race, and why is it something that William loves to target?
I think, you know, at this point it's becoming a bit of a tradition, but it's just having the right horses for the race, I think, and it's not great to break Aussie hearts, but it's great to get the job done, and hopefully, you know, even if we don't beat Via Sistina today, I'd like to see him put up a strong performance, and I think it could go close.
You warm the hearts of many Australians because they often will have some money on Dubai Honour because of the feats of William Haggas and the horse and the whole team. What about Canterbury and the quarantine setup out there? It really is good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, we're sort of looking at the track behind me, and it's an absolutely beautiful place to train horses. And these old boys love getting out on the grass and kind of getting their toe into that every day. And you know, the guys out here look after us so well. Ross, who runs the quarantine, Greg, who's the track manager here, Kalina, his second. You know, they've become kind of like family, and yeah, I love coming down here, and like I was saying, you know, it really is a sort of a whole village scenario to get these horses here, and we're really well supported both at home and when we get down here as well.
I see this week that he's been dubbed Aussie Tom, but Tom Mark 1 has been back in the gym with Trent Langlands, looking absolutely on point. It must be just such a special time for you to all be out here together and to share in these experiences. Has there been a standout journey to date? Has there been a standout autumn for you in the 6 visits you've had here?
This has been a great trip. It was really fun to win the Tancred. And they're all kind of special for different reasons, and you know, it's always great to have Tom down here. Him and I are pretty close by this stage, and actually him and Trent came for dinner a couple of weeks ago to celebrate Tom's birthday, which was really nice. And it's actually quite a nice period where we all get a little bit more breathing space, because back home, you know, once we get home, you'll be racing nearly every day. Tom will be definitely racing every day across sort of England, France, Ireland and Germany and places like that. So you get a little breather down here in a funny sort of way, although it's quite full on. It's always great to come down. I think the year that Dubana won the 2 races and the boss was obviously here for the Queen Elizabeth, that was pretty special, because that's the only autumn he's been down here. So to do it while he was here was pretty great as well.
I love where you guys live too. I had the opportunity to take our Racing Dream show to Newmarket, and that is a pretty special place, the only place in the world where horses have right of way. Izzy, good to chat. All the best today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.